I was contacted by a woman named Victoria. She claims to represent a client who was impressed by the way I took care of Ramirez, and now wants me to steal something for him. The target is a magical sword, owned by a nobleman and collector named Constantine. Little is known about Constantine except that he is an eccentric new face in the city, and mostly keeps to himself. Victoria says the sword will probably be on display, but it will be well protected by guards and security systems. She also mentioned that the guards are tough and organized, and the mansion is confusing to navigate in. The house was constructed recently, so I've had to piece together my own map from observation and hearsay. Sounds like the place is a bit of a maze. I guess if you're rich enough, you can build any sort of madhouse to live in. This is going to be a challenging job, but it'll pay better than the last few I've taken. As usual, the front entrance is heavily guarded, but I've managed to find another way in. Of course, once I've picked up the sword, I'll still have to worry about getting back out.
The sword. Difficulty hard. Find and obtain the sword. It's probably on an upper level of the mansion. Take the opportunity to steal other valuables. Leave the mansion with the sword. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Thief Gold. In the last episode, we had retrieved Lord Randall's sapphire vase from Lord Donald's mansion, as he and Lord Reuben were the leaders of the Thieves Guild and couldn't agree on how much that would sell for and who would get the majority of the take for the vase, so we took it, and now they don't have to fight about it anymore. This mission reminds me as well of the first mission that we had done, or perhaps many of the other ones. Is that right? Well, at least Lord Bafford's Manor, right? This is kind of similar. We have a rich nobleman's mansion. We are going into it to retrieve an object, and we are leaving with that object. And, like Lord Bafford's mansion, we want to steal other things as long as we're there. We'll always want to do that, no matter what the mission objective is. If nothing else, to save a memento or two from our time in those places. But, well, all that money will be spent for the other missions coming up. In any case, I'm doing a bit of off-tangenting already. Let's go ahead and get to the deployment screen, and we can talk a little bit about what we heard in the cutscene and how it relates to what we've seen in the past during our other missions as well. You might remember that we heard the name Victoria before when we were in Lord Bafford's mansion. Her feet walk an inch above the ground, for all the dirt of her footsteps I have found, reported someone named Guinea to Lord Bafford, some sort of spy that he has hired, and he was trying to figure out information about her. Interesting that she has reached out to us. And I think there was some information about her in Ramirez's mission, but I don't think I read the scroll that we had picked up at the time, unfortunately. But it would have mentioned that she is some sort of fence, and she deals with, like, minor magical artifacts of some sort, and is potentially a member of the Order of the Vine, which sounds like a druid group of some sort. Indeed, in the cutscene, you might have noticed her necklace, which is, in fact, just what looks like vines around her neck, or I'm going to say bendable sticks. I want to say that for some reason, and I know that's the most dumbest thing anyone's ever heard on the internet, but there you have it. So, it seems like maybe there is some truth to this. We have read that the sword is likely on display as well, which means that it's probably in a wide open area, visible to several different people so they can look at the sword. There must be something about it in particular, which is very, we've heard, I think Garrett mentioned, it's a magical sword that she wants us to retrieve. We've seen magic in some roundabout ways so far, right? We've seen undead, so we know necromancy is a thing. And we have magical arrows, water arrows, moss arrows, etc. but we haven't actually held a magic weapon. Not something that is like not an expendable item. We have potions as well, for example. So this will be the first time potentially wielding such. I'm curious as to what it will do. Of course, you know, I've beaten the game several times, so I know what it does. But giving it character. Speaking of in character, Garrett is going to war when he's going into this place today. Look at all that equipment we're bringing. In particular, we're bringing 2 mines and 4 fire arrows with us. We also had no restriction on killing anyone in this mansion, which seems odd to me. Even the servants can be killed. Even the pet dog can be killed if he has one. But as usual, we want to avoid killing anybody, so we're going to do our best to avoid doing exactly that. As such, let's prepare to avoid killing people. We don't start with a healing potion. Well, that means that we buy at least one of them to start. We've got 3 rope arrows. I'm going to probably want at least 1 more. Judging from the starting map we had seen very briefly, we know almost nothing about the mansion other than it has 3 floors, but Garrett's noticed that there seems to be a balcony, which means that we might be able to mantle up into it using a rope arrow. So let's take at least 1 more rope arrow with us. I hate noisemakers. We're not buying any of them. We could probably use more water arrows, so only starting with 4 of these. Garrett, you are really spending your money. Your starting gear is not what I want at all. I wish I could refund all this to take different arrows with us. Not better. Let's take at least 6 more water arrows to start. I see 2 moss arrows. Let's take another 3 of them. 919 bucks left. We do have 2 flash bombs to start, so maybe we won't need any more of them. Why don't we go ahead and purchase at least 5 more water arrows. We'll purchase another 3 moss. Purchase 5 more water. And with 44 bucks left, we can purchase a broadhead. Water arrows keep things dark. Moss arrows keep things quiet. Broadhead arrows, because it can. Healing potion to keep us healthy. And a rope arrow to keep us off the ground in case we need it. So with all that said, I'm going to drink some more soda. And get going. As usual, before we start, let's go ahead and take a look at the map. We are out here in this courtyard. The main gate back to the city streets looks like it's out here. So this is a nice walled-off section. A massive... No, I'm sorry. No, not massive. The courtyard is rather small, all things considered. And this is the outer wall. Balcony here. Is this entire thing must be the mansion, I suppose. With a small courtyard outside. A big, huge garden on the inside, it looks like. Some sort of open foyer. Probably a fountain or a statue in the center. We've seen that there's 2 side rooms here. Another side room on this side. The balcony will be out to our left. But before we go that way, let's go take a peek at the front door. Let's see how heavily guarded it is. And that map, that's the only map we've got so far. We might find an update to it if we explore the mansion thoroughly, or not. Hopefully we do, though. I wouldn't mind having more information about where we might be.
Think anything will happen?
Probably not. But don't soft up, though.
Not me.
That's interesting. These guards are not standard city guards, apparently, either. Pointed helmets. Tan-looking leather armor on them. This guard has something on his belt. Trying to piece together what they meant by what they were talking about. Think anything will happen. It's an interesting turn of phrase. So here's the balcony that we had seen. And there is a way up there. We've got that beam. And this beam will be tricky to get up using. The rope arrow could get stuck on the side of that. What is this, a parapet? No, balcony, Tim. It's a balcony. So let's go ahead and try using this beam. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I think I did. But I will often use broadhead arrows to judge if I'm happy with the placement of where the rope arrow will go. And to also ensure that something can have a rope arrow fired into it. I don't hear anything. No standing guards. We'll likely have to come back out the way we came in, so let's leave this rope arrow here. Besides, if we get chased outside, we can just leap onto this, and the guards, melee guards at least, won't be able to catch us. Interesting window placement, too. I should have listened at the door before I opened it. Some whistling, but that could be from the guard outside. This must be the guard's barracks. I call it a barracks. That's probably not correct, right? The bunk room. We'll need a key to open this door, apparently. There's carpet and tile on the other side of that door, and a door opened. Torch on the other side of this, to our right. This must be where the guards get their weapons from each morning or something of the sort. Some storage for them. Rather cluttered. But nothing says you have to be clean and organized if you're rich. Or if you're poor, for that matter. Another mine. Another flash bomb. Tile. A guard walking towards us. And that guard just left that door. He's got a belt pouch, a money pouch, purse on his belt. Let's see if we... And this guard has got a key. I'll assume he doesn't open this door. This is the guy we heard earlier. Let's see if we can take his key from him.
Hey, what was that? Oh well. Must have been nothing.
Actually, let's stay downstairs before we go upstairs. Right? There's a room right here. I'm a little nervous about that other guard, though. Let's stay here for a little bit and see if he shows back up. He might open this door, in which case that tells us how the rooms are interconnected with each other. Interesting mural there, too, along the bottom of the wall. Okay. I'm positive that that guard who opened that one door is in fact patrolling around. I do not know why he has not shown back up again, though. It is unlikely that a guard will stop his patrol, but he might be stuck on something. Looks like a coffin to me. Interesting sitting room. I would have expected the chairs to be by the fireplace, not by the painting. Very strange. Healing potion. Golden plate. Maybe Constantine's a very artsy guy. So he's designed his home a bit chaotically. I thought I heard... Yes. I thought I heard a guard go out in that direction. Good thing we came back here. So he does not go back through the door he just entered. So that room he just entered and the other room he comes out of must be connected somehow. There's a basement, apparently. The guard's key does not open that door. Let's wait for this guard to show back up again. Maybe we can take the belt pouch from him. That's the sound of the guard that we took the key from. No, can't. Be a little closer. There's a door in the roof there. Interesting. We'll check that out after we pray this guard doesn't make a left when we're opening that door. But we can get away if he does so. We can just leap onto that table. Seems like it should have been like a sunroom or something. Unless there's a way to open up the roof above this. It also would allow only a little bit of light down here, but it does give us a way to get up and out of this kitchen if we don't want to stay here. We already have the key. From this guard. When this guard opens that door, we'll check the room he's coming out of. Actually, when he goes through it, we're going to make a little bit of sound walking on the tile, and I don't want him to hear it. Can't stay here long. That goes back out into that same hallway. He's inside that room now. He leaves via another door, and then immediately turns around and comes back into that room again. Alright, when he opens that door, we'll go back in here and take a quick peek at the other hallway he must be seeing, or tiled room.
Must have been imagining things.
Lots of deer legs. Nothing in the fireplace. Can't stay here. That's a long tiled hallway. We're not going that way. I don't know if this was the case in Thief Dark Project, but one of the changes I do like in Thief Gold, I think this is a change, is you can actually put out these hanging lights.
Who's there? Who said that?
A key on that guard. Let's see if we can take it. It's the same key we've already had. Let's wait here a bit and watch this guard's patrol. Let's see if he's walked into that garden. I want to see if he leaves the same way. I haven't heard any tile here, so I don't think he walks towards us. Okay. So he must do some sort of circular patrol. That also means, assuming that's the same guard, and I think it is, that there's an exit from this opened area in the garden out to that hallway. And he doesn't walk down the hallway to the far side. There's shadow down there, so we can probably trail him.
What's that? Who goes? Can't hear it anymore. Probably not.
There's an upper area
Gotta stop jumping at nothing.
and a wooden roof if we desire to go up there. I would want to watch for guard patrols up there first. Another door in a ceiling. We know the guard doesn't come down here. I think we can get up there. If we place the arrow correctly. Very strange. I don't think we can fall back down there without taking damage. Let's leave the rope arrow here at the moment. We were told the sword was magical, and there is some magic at work here too. More than just the construction of the mansion. The candle burns upside down with the flame descending, not rising from the candle. Probably get up there with another rope arrow. Let's come back here. There's also a passage here too. And there are guards walking up there. We couldn't hear them earlier because I don't think we're close enough to that entrance. And it sounds like there's a lot of tile here. Tile with... That's not moss. Hedge. Green paths around it. I'm a little nervous about spaces like this. I always think there's going to be a trap of some sort, unless I'm careful. And that goes back downstairs. I don't know what floor are we on? We're on the 3rd floor at the moment. Well, looks like this might lead us back down to the 2nd. Let's go and get... Actually, let's try the key we got from the guards first.
Someone there? Nothing there now.
Guards are on high alert this evening. Okay, we have a way to get back to the 2nd floor. Let's go and get that rope arrow back again. I'm not sure if we should continue pushing upwards through the 3rd floor. The sword is supposed to be up here somewhere. Well, not up here, but on the upper levels of the mansion. It might be on the 2nd floor, not the 3rd. But since we're kind of skipping around randomly, let's keep exploring where we find ourselves currently in. This feels like this is coming back down again to the 2nd floor. Strange mark there on the floor. Nothing up here. Uh-oh. Oh, that leads back out, looks over the garden. This is probably where we were here earlier, I suspect. The swarms will sting you if you walk through them, doing, I think 2 to 4 damage. So we'll just avoid them. Again, I think some of this must have been constructed this way. Though magic is helping with the illusion. Compendium of Natural Magic, Chapter 15, Titania's Flowers. These flowers grow primarily in the icy mountain caves of the Essay Range. By way of defense, they have involved a method of warming and swirling the magical energy of the sentient plants and rocks discussed in the last chapter, lulling them to sleep. The flowers are named after Archmage Titania Yogobic, who pioneered their use in the temporary negation of magical spells and systems. Well, this tells us that, if nothing else, Constantine has a passive interest in what sounds like nature magic. Maybe he too is a member of the Order of the Vine. There are quite a few green man faces here, which is what I think this is also. So he is not a Hammerite. Quite a nice bath. Bit out of the way, this room. This must be a guest room. There's our kitchen again. Dining room, sorry. Oh, that's interesting. Assuming that door is also trapped, there are explosive barrels next to it. I suspect that when these doors open, is when the faces shoot. So we've been down there before. The doors on this side of us lead to the kitchen. We know better than to open that door. It's gonna get us killed. As I almost forget that we're gonna get shot in the face. Or in the back of the head there. Let's wait here until we hear the sound of footsteps on wood. Then we can investigate this room a little bit.
Just you wait.
There are secret rooms with hidden treasure chests in them, which are trapped. It's a very interesting mansion. This looks like a trap as well, as does that. A mine. Thankfully, not an active one.
Something there.
Another face. Likely opens when that door is opened. Oh, were these the double doors we saw earlier? I think they were. They are. Let's go back. All the way back. To the room with the swarms. Okay, we have some areas here we can explore. Let's try doing so, but look, we're going to want to be careful doing this. If I mess up this jump, we will land down below. Could potentially make quite a bit of racket. I want to go that way, but I don't know if I'll be able to do so with the amount of space I have there. You've been down there before? Let's wait for this guard to go back into the kitchen, which I think is right there. Dining room, sorry. That's the swarm room. Oh, back at the barracks again, I see. Okay, so we could have come up here much earlier if we so desired. Another one of those strange symbols. Oh, Tim, you are lucky. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this door didn't trigger the face to shoot, but I see the pressure plate right on the other side of the door. You'll have to be very careful going forward. Another small sleeping room for guards, apparently, or servants. Let's see what treasures they hold on to. A healing potion. And a deer leg. Perhaps Constantine doesn't feed his guards very often? The main foyer. It is not a fountain or a statue here. Some sort of raised pool? With a fire arrow burning in the center of the water there.
But I heard something. Nothing there now.
We were actually stepping.
Don't worry, I'll find you.
Yeah, which is enough to trigger the guard.
Come out, you. I heard that. I know you're around here somewhere. Come out and fight me!
He's up here. He's right outside this room, I think. We may be forced to defend ourselves here.
Seems peaceful enough now.
Bit of a huge fireplace. And I'm suspicious about this one. That's a good thing I was. Some gold was up here. A face staring at the chest. And another one here. Both have holes. They both might shoot. Let's open this from the side then. be able to use that to our advantage if a guard does walk in here to kill them. The City Tribune. A woman from Shalebridge who was acquitted of charges of robbery in a city court last week has been kidnapped by members of the Order of the Hammer. The woman is apparently being held in squalid condition in Cragscraft prison, whereas the Hammerites did not cite any official reason for the incarceration. One of the Order was quoted saying, "She hath sinned in the builder's eyes, and thy slothful laws have touched her not at all." It would seem Constantine is interested in some of the politics of the city. Judging by the way this is written, it does not put the Hammerites in the best light. Although I am still confused as to the exact amount of judicial power that the Hammerites possess. They apparently take people off the streets and arrest them, but the city guard lets them do so. It sounds like they're a branch of the city government's forces, although they are religious. I'm nervous opening this door because I see that face over there. Quite a large room. This must be Constantine's room. Another face. It has a hole in its mouth like the other ones do. Or like many of them do. Small reading room. And a key that we do not have, or did not have yet. Master, the one who trespassed your greenhouse is chastised. He did not know the rules, but spies there no longer. Constantine apparently has a certain place he does not want his guards trespassing. The guards call him Master as well. Perhaps that was a servant of his, and not a fellow, and not a guard. Constantine apparently doesn't like baths. I think everyone... I want to drop these mines you're picking up because I don't really want to use them. I don't want them in my inventory. Actually, does this key open this door? It does. This might be a master key. Oh, these doors are not locked at all. This is the other side of the mansion as well. The southern side? No, we're on this side, I think, at the moment. Or we're on the second floor of this side of the mansion, the east side. Yep. Oh, no, it's not a master key. We suspect that that face shoots us when we open this door, and we don't need to go on the other side of it. Uh-oh.
Come out in the open at once. You're around here somewhere.
Interesting. Wonder why that one triggered. I didn't see any floor plates, but obviously there was one. I think we're gonna be forced to trigger a guard here. I don't want to use moss arrows here. Okay, so let's see if this key we got opens the other door we saw in the basement before. Down here. The key from the guard didn't open this. You know, I didn't even try our lockpicks. No, they don't work either. Guard key doesn't work. This other key does not work either. We have more of the crazy second floor to explore, but we also started exploring the garden. Actually, no, sorry, the third floor. We've explored, I think, most of the second floor by now. We didn't get the second floor area up by the garden, but maybe we can find another way to get up there from here. I can hear a guard walking on grass. Stay here and listen for a bit and see if we can figure out where the guards might be patrolling. A long hallway. No way to maneuver around the guard. He's not off in that direction very long. I wouldn't mind seeing what's down there. We can stay here and wait until this approaching guard is turned right, and maybe we can then sprint down that hallway and see what's down there. When this guard also, the guard will show up here in just a few seconds, walks towards the right. This might be a bad time to attempt it, though.
Something moved there?
Wasn't quite what I expected. Some sort of giant room. An arc in the center here. Let's wait for this guard to begin heading back, and we'll take a better peek at what's in here. A stream of some sort. This probably keeps out unwanted larger creatures, I suppose. We'll explore the stream after we see what's up here. We should try our keys first. Oh, hey. Nice. An altar on the far side of this, in this room. None of the keys we have, nor our lockpicks will open this door. Interesting. 4 evenly spaced golden goblets here. Perhaps some sacrifices were made here, or they drink something special. This does seem like an altar to me. Constantine will have to buy some new golden goblets. And a fire arrow, at least one hidden behind that altar. Nothing will open that gate. So I think it might lead to a secret level that I've heard is in this mission, but I've never actually ever done it. Despite having played this game many times, I've never found out how to open it. I might be incorrect as well about what's there. I think that those footsteps we hear in that direction are from the guard who patrols that long hallway. I do hear more footsteps over here, though. And we can see a guard. Doesn't look like he enters this room, though.
Who goes there? Don't see anything now.
He might have something on his belt. It's going to be very risky to what I'm about to try. But it's dark down here, and we might be able to take what's on his belt. I think he has something. As long as we stay to the as long as he doesn't bump into us down here. Beautiful garden beds that Constantine has. It would seem he is a pagan. Can't put a rope arrow up there, nor on the walls. What the heck is this? Looks like a metal pipe of some sort that's just invisible. Huh. Interesting. Apparently not all of the garden is so cultivated as the area we have been in before. This area looks particularly wild, left to do its own thing. Oh, there's a small hole in the canopy here. I doubt we'll be able to get up into it, but why not take a peek? Wow. We can come up here, but there's nothing up here. Ooh. We'll probably take more damage falling from this height, but I want my rope arrow back. We took, I think, 3 damage from that awkward fall. The rope arrow didn't let me cling to it. This is the thing sometimes with rope arrows. They don't all the time allow you to grab onto them. I will probably be quick saving before I jump onto rope arrows in order to make sure that they don't do that in the future. In Dark Project, they used to fling you off of them sometimes. You would leap into them and they would propel you in the opposite direction at the same speed, even faster than what you had used to get onto the rope arrow, and would cause many deaths. Again, it's another change I do like in Thief Gold. And everyone, I think we'll be stopping very soon. I think that this leads back to the garden again. That's promising. We'll check out that in the canopy once we're done exploring down here. A fire flower. Literally. We read from Constantine that there are magical plants. This one has some sort of mist. Growing out of it. I probably don't want to walk into that. Another area in the tree. Okay. I guess we'll stop here. Yeah, let's stop here. Alright, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. When we come back, we'll finish exploring Constantine's mansion. We have more of the garden to explore, more of the first floor on the east side, the garden on the east side too. And we still have to find the sword somewhere up here on the third floor. I don't know if we've explored all the second yet either, so we've got quite a bit left to do. We'll start doing it in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you then. Take care, everyone.